An Arizona State University professor at the School of Earth and Space Exploration told a congressional subcommittee how smaller NASA projects are setting the stage for grand missions. Our Washington reporter Alex Valdez tells us exactly how NASA could benefit from these missions.
4.5 billion years ago, in our early solar system, a protoplanet called PSYCHE was involved in a number of collisions. Collisions that Dr. Lindy Elkins-Tanton says stripped the planet of its rocky surface and left behind a world of metal. This hypothesis is set to be tested in a mission to outer space, which will help pave the way for future missions like Mars 2020 and the Europa exploration.
You need to spend a little less money, go and check things out. Before you begin to spend more money, you have to be ready for those bigger missions. And so all of our smaller missions, like PSYCHE, have set the stage for the big things that are happening now.
Big things like the future mission to Mars, which was featured at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, where visitors were able to step into another world. Visitors like Emily GARCIA, an Arizona resident.
It was really just neat to experience that and see how engineers are thinking about life on Mars and how to get around, and it'll be interesting to see what science is going to come out with in the next few years for that.
The big mission now is the launch of a rover to Mars in the year 2020 and the exploration of Europa, a moon orbiting Jupiter. Scientists testifying at the hearing believe both missions will transform our thoughts on Mars, the solar system, and life.
My expectation is if samples come back from Mars, this will be a revolution that goes way beyond sort of planetary science and geology.
Scientists and researchers expect to be surprised with their findings from Mars, but they hope samples taken from the red planet will answer the big question: is it possible that Mars hosted life? Reporting in Washington, I'm Alex Valdez, Cronkite News.
And while the question of life on Mars may still be up in the air, the question of whether there may have been a Martian civilization in the distant past was easier to answer, with one lawmaker asked about the possibility. FARLEY called it extremely unlikely.